Got that Banks exhaust on there. Got the lift kit done, got the wheels, got the suspension going. I got one more thing to do before I get back on the sound system. The doors. Time to pop the hood. Install that Banks programmer, the Derringer, and the gauge. Let's open up those boxes, see what I'm in for, and get it cracking. Let's go. I'd already previously unboxed these, so this is no surprise right here. But now I'm just about to pull it all apart and make heads or tails on it. I don't really know what I'm doing yet, but they have a nice video that's pretty thorough, tells you exactly what to do. I'm not really sweating it too much. Sure what the USB is for it is yet. So one of the things I like to do before I get started on something like this is try to make it all make sense. So these two wires, they go here up to the gauge. The gauge will be in that pillar, through the firewall and out to this thing, and it's plugged in. This plug right here plugs into this thing right here, and then this thing right here. It looks like it's going to interrupt a couple of things underneath the hood, which doesn't seem like it's going to be a big problem. It's just interrupting, no big deal, no wire cutting, nothing. This thing should be pretty easy. This could be a problem. Well, I got this for it. Perfect. The power on this thing now. Pretty easy. Got a little tweeter back here I gotta unhook. Let's go swap this out for one better. Has a gauge in it. Oop. Okay, so I gotta make sure I got it clocked the way I want it before I hook it all up. pretty good. Something like that. Simple enough. Okay, so this thing is not ready to go back in just yet. We got wires to run first. Let's go do that. Now, since this is the part I'm looking forward to the least, I'm going to get it done right now. This wire's got to go into the cabin. I already cheated a little before we started running film. And I poked the hole because I wasn't sure where it was going to be and I didn't want to struggle on camera. So we got this ready to go right here. So we're going to interrupt this with this, basically, the map. Yep, map. Oh, it snapped in real nice. This one's gonna be a little tougher to get to. All right, this next one is right down by the alternator. It's right there. Come on, zoom in, little fella. Focus, there we go. So we're gonna pop that plug off. We're gonna put the Banks cable on it, interrupt it, just like we did the last one. It's gonna be kind of hard for you guys to see me do that. So I'm just gonna shove my arms in and get it done. Now it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing. I'm just digging elbow deep in here. I'm using this flashlight to hold this hose out of the way a little bit. Alright, I need to run some zip ties on some of these wires to make it look nice. They're all kind of where they go, but I'm going to make sure it all works before I go that far. So let's go inside, plug in the OBD port, and see if we can get this thing to fire up. One of the other things I had to buy, and you might have to too, if you've already got the electric side steps or any aftermarket stuff hooked up. Okay, we got a little splitter for the OBD port. Right off there. Here. right, let's see if this thing works. Wish me luck. Let's see lights. And they're off. What happened? Oh, they're back. idash Data Monster. Are you able to see that over there?
Yep.
Oh, it works, I think. We haven't gone for a drive yet, but we got lights, and that's good.
Do it again.
Time to get some zip ties, zip this thing up, put the A-pillar back on, take it for a test ride. We're good. Oh. Ready? Go. Just gotta put a little screw right there, we're good to go. That's it. It's done. And that was very easy to do. First one always takes me a little bit longer because I don't know what I'm doing yet. If I had to do this again, 20 minutes at the most. Let's take it for a ride. Let's see how it is. All right, let's start this thing up. Let's go through a couple of menu settings, and then we'll actually take it for a ride and see how it feels. I know this thing does so much stuff. I can't even get into all of it right this second, but just a couple of the basic things. And look, I got Jay from Banks on FaceTime. They even answered my call and went FaceTime with me to show me this stuff. You might get this kind of service, maybe, but I got lucky and I got the right person at the right time. So, all right, here we go. All right, so here we go. You want to zoom in on that gauge? Let's see what this thing does. All right, so I was going through the menus, and what I wanted to do was I wanted to change the speed to voltage. So can you show me how to do that real quick?
Absolutely. So you're going to select the right arrow, which is the main menu arrow, right? And then you're going to, the second one down is gauge selection.
Okay, got it.
Okay, and then, all right, so if we
Let me tap
select the one that you want to switch, there we go. So you're going to get rid of
Speed.
the speed.
Okay.
Yep, so go down. No, the down arrow. There you got it.
Yeah, I'm there.
And then select right as the enter. Okay, and then let's go into category.
Okay.
And then we're going to go to, let's see, let's keep scrolling down.
Voltage.
The voltage.
This is so easy that I'm ahead of you already, man.
That's it, right there.
Okay, so B-bus battery voltage is going to be the one. Or ECU, which one?
You're looking for the ECU battery voltage. That's the one you're looking for. So go down, select it.
There it is.
And then you can hold the back button for 2 seconds. It'll take you to the home screen.
There you go. Look at that.
Your voltage.
Nice. Nice.
Easy.
All right, so just real quick, some of the stuff that you were showing me earlier, I guess we can go through. This thing has 8 different pages that you can do. So I'm going to go to...
So what you can do is you can set up 5 custom pages that will display 8 parameters per gauge. So right now you're looking at, those are set up as 7 gauge pages, but you can make those all from 2 to 8 gauges per page.
And this one, of course...
Right now, so right now what you're looking at is what we call the Derringer layout. It's the only layout where you show the vertical bar graph, which is the power being added by the Derringer, which is the module under your hood.
Yeah, right there, power. So
Right.
In order for us to see any of that though, we're gonna have to take this off of stock and put it up. There we go, level 2 would be 10 horsepower.
Correct.
3. See, I read about this a little bit, man. This is really easy, man. It's almost cheating. This whole thing was so easy, man.
You can adjust those while you drive on the fly. So if you decide that you want to go down to level 3, just punch it as you drive. Right. And what'll happen is you'll see the vertical bar graph on the right-hand side. It will grow. It will go up as power is being added by the Derringer, and it starts rolling in extra power at around 35% throttle and beyond.
Wow. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I think I've already got the basics. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave it on the Derringer page so we can see the power graph going up and down. We're gonna take a little ride. I'm gonna see if I can feel the difference at every couple of levels at least, and see how it is. And then from there, I'll just check out a couple of the features, and I think I'm gonna be done. This thing's good to go. And did you say that if I wanted to, I could hook up to 8 of these gauges on this pillar and just have them all reading their own stuff?
You can have up to 6 idashes, but that would give you, so you can have,
6.
If you set up 5 pages at 8 gauges per page, that would be 40 parameters per idash.
And how many things can this thing read at once? How many is it reading right now?
Well, you can have up to 8 simultaneously, but you have a data monster, and the data monster will record 100 parameters at 20 cycles per second. So you can record a month's worth of data on that little micro SD card that slipped in the front there.
Gotcha.
It will record 100 parameters for a month straight, and you don't need to be looking at the parameters on the gauge.
You know what?
Record them all in the background.
I didn't even see that it has a little slot right here.
That's it. That's where you slide that micro SD card in.
Wow, so we slide the SD card in that it came with, and we can actually data log for a month straight, and it's doing that many, it's recording that many things at the same time?
100 parameters of your choosing for a month straight, yes.
Wow,
if
that's
you were
awesome.
to leave your truck on for a month, it would continue to record. And you can play back that data on your idash, or you can just slide out the SD card and put it in your computer and bring it up on Microsoft Excel.
Man.
And you can literally look at everything your truck is doing at 20 times per second.
This thing sounds awesome. You know what? I'm doing enough talking and not enough driving. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hang up on you. I'm gonna take this thing for a spin. If I got any questions, I'll call you. But for the most part, I think we're good to go, man. This thing's just too simple for its own good. So looking forward to it. Hey, thanks for taking my call. Thanks for the FaceTime, man.
You got it.
Right. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Cool. Now that's some customer service right there. Let's go. KK, hop in. Let's see if this thing's any good. So the first thing I'm noticing with this thing out here in the broad daylight is even with the sun shining right on it, it's very easy to read. It's not blown out or anything like that from the sun. Like as I drive, it's just there. It just looks perfect. So right now we got it in stock configuration. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that up to, we'll just do level 3 for now to see if I can feel the difference. Actually, we'll put it back to stock and I'll drive with it like that, and then I'll see if I can feel it. Because I guess you could do it while you're driving. So, want to make sure this thing runs right before I start playing with it. Like I said, we're gonna leave it stock right now just to make sure the truck's still working like it's supposed to. Then I'll start playing with the speed a little bit. Everything feels good. Got my boost, got my voltage. Alright, so we got cars in front of us. We'll turn left over here, the old spot. I'm gonna turn it up once I get going. See how it feels. I like how it's so clear. Even out here in the sunlight, it's just clear. No, I'm just going this way. You gotta filter it away. Alright, ready? Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna turn this thing up a little bit. I'm just gonna give it the full 60 horsepower. Level 6 right now. I mean, I might as well just see if I can feel that big one. I mean, it's not like 600 extra horsepower. It's 60, but it should feel good. It should be noticeable. We gotta get around this goddamn truck, and he's turning the same way we're about to turn. Awesome. That's the way it always works. I'll just turn right and go that way. Here we go. Felt a little bit peppier. Did you feel it?
Oh yeah.
All right, now see if you can get the camera on this thing, because as I push the pedal, you can see the power level going up. Here we go. Here we go, ready? Pushing the gas pedal a little harder. That felt pretty good.
Oh yeah.
So earlier he was telling me something about when you're just driving in the city, driving normal with your foot barely off the pedal, just driving casually, it doesn't really do anything even on level 6, because you don't need to waste all that gas when you're just driving slow like that. It's when you get into it with your foot a little bit, it's supposed to make all the extra power. So I'll really be able to tell when I got that toy hauler hooked up, I'm sure. So for now it feels kind of good. Well, it was real easy. That felt pretty good. I could definitely feel the pull. I'm gonna need more than 5 minutes of driving around the block to be able to tell the real difference, but so far, you know, I think it's good. I'm gonna really know once I get ready to pull that trailer over to Pismo Beach. 10,000 pounds, definitely gonna need that. It's definitely gonna be nice knowing that that thing monitors everything the whole time for the whole entire trip. I'll be able to keep my eye on everything. If it sees something that it doesn't like, it backs down. And most of all, if that unit fails, it just goes right back to stock. No car shutting off in the desert, no being stranded, no flatbedding home. It just puts everything back to stock. And I would suggest that you watch this video down in the description. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So for now, I guess I got some handprints to wipe off the fender. And that Banks installation is a success. Thanks for watching, and we got more cool stuff happening real soon. And I'm out.
Trophy on the beat.
All right, it actually does feel pretty good. I've been driving around a little bit with it. You can definitely tell the difference. But I know that the feelometer, the footometer, none of that means anything. You need to put it on a dyno to find out whether or not it's really doing what it says it's gonna do. But everybody knows that Banks don't lie. Banks don't bullshit. So I believe them when they say it. That being said, all I gotta do is push the button and put it back to stock, slap it on the dyno, get a dyno test, get a reading, and then go up through all the power levels and see which level is making a difference. And then you'll know. It's not like I gotta pull the whole tune out. Simple as that.